Eric O'Keefe here for the Land Report. Today we're going to do a market report on Alabama, a state that I've been going to for decades, and I always enjoy going back and listening to the locals argue about the Iron Bowl, the Auburn-Alabama game. It is a surprisingly diverse state terrain-wise. You've got the coastal plains down there by Mobile. You've got farming country up through Montgomery and into the center portion of the state, the industrial portion of the state where Birmingham is centered. I just made my first trip up to the Huntsville area, and that was an eye-opener. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But first, I want to talk about land values in Alabama to begin with, because a report came out last year from Auburn University, about land values across the state. It's got some interesting figures. By the way, if you want to look at it more closely, go to landreport.com and download it. You can get it off our resources page. It's a 7-page PDF, and it's got a lot of facts and figures. But the ones that I found most interesting is that a typical Alabama farm could have been purchased for $200 per acre in 1970. In 2007, the average price of that farm acreage was $3,100 per acre. So values increased 1,450% over the period, or 40.3% per year, according to Auburn University. More recently, this same report indicates that the number has jumped substantially over the past few years. In 2005, it was up 30%. In 2006, 15%. In 2007, 13%. So obviously, Alabama is a strong state for investing and owning land. There are a variety of different reasons for it. Not only the agricultural component, but also because Alabamans love to be out on the land. These folks love to get out and hunt. They love to get out and fish. They like to be on the land. They like to be on the water. To me, one of the most interesting aspects that's driving growth in this market is the fact that you have a city like Huntsville, which is one of the larger cities in Alabama, that has set itself up as a kind of research and development area. It's not only got the Redstone Arsenal and the Space Center, but that's attracting a lot of high-paying jobs with companies like Boeing, Raytheon, Northrop. They're moving there because there's an affordable cost of living, because Alabama has one of the lowest taxation rates. I've seen figures that say it's 48th out of the 50 states in the country. And you've got such great recreational opportunities on the land. You've got the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail up there. You've got all sorts of national forests, parklands. The terrain, I was very surprised when I toured northern Alabama because it looked more like New England than the South. The waterways there are spectacular, and that's probably because of the Tennessee River. Though I always thought that it was primarily in Tennessee, it actually starts in northeast Tennessee and spends 100 miles coursing through northern Alabama. I had a chance to go out on Lake Guntersville, which is the largest lake in Alabama. It's right there, and it was created by damming up the Tennessee River. It is 69,000 surface acres, 75 miles long, and absolutely spectacular. But the surprising thing about it is it's less than half an hour to Huntsville, with all the infrastructure and all the amenities and all the medical services and everything you might want in a major urban area. In closing, the factors that I saw on my most recent trip to Alabama are driving this market. It has a strong recreational component. It has a lot of people relocating to that market. And it has amazing natural resources, whether it be the land itself, whether it be golf trails, whether it be national parks. These are keeping land prices at historical highs and will continue to do so in the future. For the Land Report, I'm Eric O'Keefe. Remember, buy land, they're not making any more of it.